Today, I'm going to show you how to winterize your motorcycle in one easy step. Battery charger. I guess technically this is called a OptiMATE 4 dual program, but it is, as they say on the cover front, with the most advanced trusted battery charger in power sports. So it's a battery charger. Basically, this is an unboxing video with a little bit of advice from somebody who doesn't have a garage and tends to keep motorcycles in the open or in a lightly covered shed all winter. So this is an OptiMATE 4. It's a really good battery charger. The thing that it's really good for is it can handle regular batteries, that is lead acid batteries, which includes if you have a gel or an AGM, absorbed glass mat battery. Those are technically also lead acid batteries. They're just a different, slightly different medium. They have a gel mat or a glass mat, fiberglass mat, or they have a gel electrolyte in them. Let's see what's in the box. I got this through my local motorcycle shop. They have a Parts Unlimited account. They get parts from Parts Unlimited, and Parts Unlimited sells all sorts of stuff besides just motorcycle parts. They also sell, look, there's a little handy dandy instruction thing there. Let's see what that says. It teaches you how to change the program between standard and CAN-bus. So if your motorcycle has CAN-bus, like a lot of modern BMW motorcycles, and you are not connecting the battery charger directly to the battery, then you need to set it up for CAN-bus. So here's a little sheet in here. Oh, it's a whole booklet. So it tells you all the things that you can use the battery charger for. A lot of people call these a battery tender. It's basically the same thing. So this says right on the front, you can use it for lead acid, which includes AGM, standard, and gel. And so instruction book, always important. Let's see, it's got a nice, just inside the front cover that shows all of the functions, all the lights, what everything means and represents. It's got the English first, important safety instructions. Then it goes to French, Spanish, German, Dutch, and Italian, and SV, whatever SV is. Let's see. I'm going to guess Swedish. That looks like Swedish to me. And then there's product information inside the back cover. There's also a little list of, you can buy a hook for it. They tell you how far away to keep it from your motorcycle, those kinds of things. All right, so there's the instructions. Now let's get on to the party. This is very basic packaging. There's nothing special going on here. So it's gonna comes with several connections. Let's see what we got here. 2 loose connectors and the actual tender itself. So this is a pretty small unit. I would say this is, it's bigger than a cell phone, certainly, because it's got some depth, some thickness to it. But, you know, if you're old fashioned and you remember the days where you had to hold a phone that was plugged in up to your head, this is about that size. So a telephone handset like you would use. It's got all the instructions on it, tells you what it's for. Automatic battery saving charger, tester, and maintainer. It's got, on the front, you can see it's got the instructions on how to change the program from standard to CAN-bus or to set it up for, wait a minute. Now let's see a second. Oh, you know what? I have to take back everything I said because actually I thought I got the one that was convertible, but what the conversion is, dual program, is standard or CAN-bus. This very clearly has a green check next to lead acid and a red X next to lithium iron. So you cannot use this for a lithium iron battery. So do not get an OptiMATE 4 dual program if you have a lithium iron battery. Sorry about that. The rest of this information will be correct. So this is the unit. This end plugs into the wall. Obviously, it's got a little protector on the thingy. And then this end can plug directly into your motorcycle. And the reason this can plug it directly into your motorcycle, you can do two things, right? So these connectors hook up like this. They go together pretty easily. It's stiff because it's brand new. And then if you just take the seat off of your motorcycle, then you can hook this connector directly up to the posts on your battery. Red for positive, black for negative. Always hook up the negative first. If you want to put a little more permanent solution in place where you don't have to fiddle around with the seat all the time, you can find a place on your frame or underneath the edge of a fairing somewhere, as long as it reaches the battery. So you can put this end on the battery, although those look a little narrow, I'm not sure that would fit. Red for positive again, black for negative, and then the business end of the charger will plug into here. So this is just a waterproof cover that helps it stay protected against the weather. So you just match up the lugs and work that together, and then your battery charger is hooked up. So this is what I recommend that most people use. You know, hook it up to your battery, and you've got more or less a permanent solution in place. All you have to do is pop the cap. I don't know if this will pick up on the camera, but it's got little slots on the side that allow you to run zip ties through there so you can secure it in place against a frame rail or something like that. Now, if you own a BMW motorcycle built in the last, 20 years or so, you can get an accessory, aftermarket, of course. It's made by the same people that make the charger, but it doesn't come with it. A lot of BMW motorcycles have auxiliary power sockets on them. They look like they will take a cigarette lighter plug, but it's not. It's a much smaller, it's probably half the diameter of a cigarette lighter plug. Some people will refer to these as powerlet plugs because powerlet makes sockets that are this size. So this is an extension cord that I use for my BMW R1200 GS. And it plugs right in just like all the other ones, right? And then I can plug this directly into the power socket on my motorcycle. Now, my GS is a 2005, which means it is CAN-bus equipped. So technically, I would convert this over to the CAN-bus program and use it in that fashion. However, a long time ago, I did a bunch of work on my motorcycle, and one of the things that was wrong with it at that time was that the connections on the power socket had corroded and it was no longer passing electricity. So I disassembled the whole thing. I disconnected it from the main electrical system on the motorcycle and connected it directly to the battery, since really the only thing I ever use that power socket for is maintaining the battery. So I had no reason to use it for anything else. So I just disconnected it from the CAN-bus system and went direct. So for me, I would use the standard program. You plug it into the wall first. That's one important thing to remember about these OptiMATE 4s, is you want to plug it into the wall first and then plug it into your motorcycle. So plug it into the wall, give it a second to boot up, because it is a little computer. It's a smart charger. Give it a chance to boot up, and then plug it into your motorcycle, and it will settle in pretty quickly to what it's supposed to be doing. Now, one cool thing about this charger is, and it's a little easier if you look at the back, and once again, there's instructions on how to change the program, which is very simple. But you can see at the bottom and the top of the unit, there's some small mounting holes. So if you wanted to, you could mount this directly to the wall in your garage or shed, or even on the outside of your house, which I'm not going to do. But that makes it really convenient. If you always park your motorcycle in the same place, that's a good idea, just to mount it to the wall. Then it's always there. It's a lot easier to remember to plug in your battery charger. Now, I kind of made a joke at the beginning that You know, this is how to winterize your motorcycle. If, like me, you're lucky enough to live in a climate that is conducive to year-round riding. I live in Central Virginia, and we do have hard winters every now and then, but not every year. It gets cold in the winter, obviously, but it's not miserable cold. And if you're properly geared up, you can ride quite comfortably in the wintertime in Virginia and enjoy it. Obviously, you're going to stay off the road when there's ice or snow or freezing rain or anything like that. But keeping your battery topped up is the #1 way to make your battery last a really long time. Typical battery life for lead acid batteries in motorcycles is 3 to 5 years. The battery that I have in my GS right now has been in there since 2012. That's 6 years. It's an Odyssey battery. It's one of the, you've seen them, if you've seen them, they're the orange ones. They either have a full orange body or they have an orange cap. They're AGM batteries, absorbed glass mat batteries, and they're fantastic. That's pretty much all I've ever put in my BMW motorcycles, or any motorcycle that I can get one that'll fit in. Even when I've helped friends with their motorcycles, I've always recommended Odyssey batteries. The Odyssey batteries respond very well to staying topped up. So if I'm riding every day, I don't charge the battery, I don't plug in the charger. If I'm gonna ride a bike once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month or less frequently than that, like my sidecar rig or my KTM, I will just leave the battery charger plugged in. I tend to leave the battery, I have 2 of these in my shed where I keep my motorcycles, and I basically leave the KTM plugged in all the time because I don't ride it very much. And I will, about once a month, plug in the BMW just to, you know, refresh the battery and charge it up and top it up. So I am kind of joking about the whole winterize your motorcycle with a battery charger, but using a battery charger will keep your battery last longer, make it last longer. You'll get better performance out of it. You get longer life and all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of repeating myself. So that's pretty much it. OptiMATE 4 dual program, good for standard lead acid batteries, gel or AGM, absorbed glass mat, not for lithium ion batteries, as I mistakenly said at the beginning. The dual program is for motorcycles that have CAN-bus. If you're not sure if your motorcycle has CAN-bus, which is just a way of transmitting electrical signals, including power on a motorcycle. If you're not sure if your motorcycle has CAN-bus, do a little research on the internet, buy a shop manual or a repair manual. Haynes Climber is one company that has two imprints, Haynes and Climber. They print shop manuals, tear down manuals, repair manuals, whatever you want to call it, for, you know, hundreds and hundreds of motorcycles. Get one of those and look it up in that, or just call your dealer and say, hey, I've got a 2005 BMW R1200 GS. Is my bike CAN-bus or not, and how can I tell? When in doubt, get it checked out, and that's going to do it for this unboxing video. This was the OptiMATE 4 battery tender. I hope you have a great week, day, month, however long it is till you watch another video, and we'll see you out there somewhere on the road or off it. Ride safe.